Guys, it does not matter. It doesn't matter how tired you might feel. It doesn't matter how many times you have been beaten up. None of those things do matter. The only thing that matters is what's here, what's here, and what's here. Because up until the point that you have the thing, that sparkling sensation inside of yourself that is telling you that, hey, tomorrow there will be a better day. I don't know how, but I will be figuring that thing out. Just trusting that uncertainty, just trusting this dream, just trusting this feeling that you have inside of yourself. And guess what, my friend? This is our greatest bliss. This is our greatest gift. To have this drive, to have this thing that is just driving us forward every single day. We don't know how we'll be figuring that thing out, but we will be figuring that thing out. This certainty, this trust, this self-accountability, this anxiety. So don't be afraid of that. If you're uncomfortable, then brother, I gotta be telling you that we are on the right path. All of the great achievements in my life, figuring out my finances, finding women company, learning great things, finding great friendships, most of them came from literally randomly. Most of them came from me, not like, sitting down with the pen and paper and just, trying to figure those things out. But more like, hey man, I'm just willing to go after my heart and just jump. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I just go. And so every single time when I was willing to do that, something just happened. It doesn't matter what you have in your head, bro. Tonight, I felt like a piece of shit. I mean, like, I was working, it was like an unsuccessful day based on outcome based. And it was very, very it was not the most successful day of mine because I felt like I didn't really put in the necessary input and I was just like too distracted, which yeah, I just don't like. And I have the tendency to, punish myself, self from stuff like that. But whatever, my routine is to every time when I'm finishing with work, I'm just going to the gym. So I went to the gym and I started running and I was like, it's like 11 p.m. It's like I started running, it's like freaking killing it. I was like, man, like I can't do this. Like I have to stop. My body just like can't do that. And I was like, at this point, I don't care. My soul needs it. My soul needs this. And I just went through this running and I just realized that there are just no limits. And the more things, the more uncomfortable things we are willing to put on ourselves, the greater we are becoming inside of our souls. And now I'm thinking about Jesus, when this guy went for 40 days without eating anything, chased by Satan. Think about that. Most of us can go for either for one day without, eating. And I had some experiences with fasting, like not necessarily prolonged fasting. I had a few sessions when I didn't eat for like 2 or 3 days. But I had like a very, very long session when I didn't really eat for, consecutively for 9 months, just only for one meal a day. And you can imagine that when you're working out like very, very rigorously and you're just like young and you're also living life and you're eating only one meal a day, then your body can very, very low and go low on calories, if you will. So this is how I was phrasing it back then. And the idea is that, man, like sometimes it just requires such a huge, discipline and something to just go through those things in those states. but somehow your soul is just getting older, you know. Somehow you're just getting like so much polished, like you're growing so faster, so much faster. This is something that David Goggins was also telling, that if you're going through an ultra marathon, it's like fucking 30 years, you know, compressed into, 24 hours. And I do believe that. This is how we are becoming more mature. And the harder and the more harshest things we can, deal with, you know, if you're getting used to the harsh things, let it be with your body, let it be with the conversations, you're just elevating yourself. You're just getting closer to your ultimate truth, all right? Because at the end of the day, like this is like these are the most important, the most determining moments of ours. There's a girl in the club, or there's a girl next to you. You're unwilling to do the uncomfortable conversation, but yet if you're just willing to jump and just be comfortable being uncomfortable, you know what I mean, then you'll be getting that conversation. If you're, the same thing with the sales calls or asking for the close, that's how you're making the money, brother. The same thing with friends, the same thing with relationships, the same thing with people you freaking hate. You're just unwilling to, tell them because you're just afraid of what will happen. Because you're not a beast yet, bro. And so all of you out there who's looking to become quote unquote someone, forget about that shit, man. Just go on and try to find your own limits, right? And lean into discomfort and see what will happen. Love.